Morning Thailand supported by สีไทย Superwear. Wings Learning Circle. Customized English course for your business. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Bo Golf and now Kun Chain. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
And Kun Chain, Bo and I talked quite a bit about the craziness of Amnesty Bills, and obviously at this time, it seems like the UDD has came out and say that they are pressing the point, and Pheu Thai party seems to be backing down a little bit. It seems only if the Senate knocked down the bill, that is. But it seems that Kun Suthep Thuksuban said that the deadline is on the 11th of November. What are the other country thinks about us at this point? Is it going to tarnish in terms of our reputation
I think
as a country, if we even have any at this point? Because for the past 7 years, we have been on and off.
Our country have received many comments from abroad, but I think many countries did not really give the comments, but they warn their citizens like not to come to the country right now, or if you really have to come, please be careful. And the 9 countries are Canada, Brazil, Israel, Japan, the UK, France, Austria, Sweden, and Taiwan.
Okay.
Kun Surapong Towichakchaikun had came out yesterday and make this point. He said that he understands that demonstrations are constitutional right, and everyone has the right, but he would like to see if the protester can think of the impact of the country image and the economy and tourism industry as well. So I will see right now another comments is from the Fourth magazine, which just published an article called Thailand's Political Dysfunction Trumps U.S. Federalist Funk by Simon Montlake. I think that the article name is quite long.
Has been said. Oh no.
It's good that you can still hope.
Okay.
I will summarize it. For Thailand, for the country that uses the parliamentary system where the democratic institutions are weak right now, and that would make election the only test for legitimacy.
Okay.
He looked at the Amnesty Bill as a controversial issue, as it currently has been looked at as an attempt to whitewash Kun Thaksin, the exiled prime minister, and make the case of 2008 that the court convicted him for abusing his power clean. So the Fourth magazine quite look at the next step for the Amnesty Bill, that it will be voted in the upper house on Monday. And after that, the more concerning point is that it will be sent to the king to grant his approval.
Okay.
And I think one interesting comment is that he believed to dissolve the party would not effectively make the party and the politicians idle in the long run, because we can see that Kun Thaksin's Thai Rak Thai party was dissolved years ago, and now the descendants can win the election really easily.
Right.
So we still see lots of the traits that are still left behind.
Well, for politicians, you ended up seeing the same faces. Just reborn somehow. It's almost like, a
And
sequel.
the families.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cousins,
wives,
families.
girlfriends, I don't know.
Right, and it's quite interesting for the writer that it's quite clear that Kun Thaksin and Kun Yingluck can repeatedly win the election since 2001. So whether you like it or not, the opponents of the party and this family must accept the fact.
Right? But that's the thing too. There has been of late the report, especially I've seen CNN was actually one section of CNN on leading women in the world, or things like that. They were actually looking at the case of Kun Yingluck Shinawatra, our prime minister, as a female prime minister for Thailand. And the report pretty much saying that she is trying to say that she is not living off her brother's shadows, because she said that for the past 2 years, she's already proven that, she can actually lead the country and such. So at this point, she said that she requests for peace But then Kun Thaksin has came out and using Kun Nopadol Pathamak Facebook page to make a big announcement and even talk about how this particular bill was supposed to help people during the 2002, all the victims back in 2006. But he said that it seems to be distorted and it ended up having all the false information and accusation against him and his family. What does the foreign countries or even people from outside of our country think the same thing, that perhaps this is just almost like a witch hunt against
I believe that for the amnesty bill, it's quite really hard to get all the support, even from the red shirt, because now the former supporter of Kun Yingluck and the government has come out and saying they're not for the bill, especially the families of the 2010 crackdown victims, which is quite makes sense. They need the closure for all the death and loss.
So that means that to claim that is mainly about Kun Thaksin is probably not the case. Is actually the bill supposed to be blanket for other victims as well, that to be included in this particular
as well as the political prisoner who are convicted from the lèse majesty law.
And that's the tricky part, I think, about this amnesty bill. The first time from Kun Warachai Hema, right? That version, it seems to be widely accepted. It's a little bit more accepting for a lot of people because it doesn't include the core leader. But once include the core leader, this would happen because it's pretty much say that all the charges against any core leaders would be dropped. But that's going to mean for Kun Thaksin as well.
Yeah, it would include all the corruption case back to 2004.
So the money.
Yes. All right. I think for in the past, politician is not that really harsh on each other. But I think since 2001 that Kun Thaksin has won the election landslide,
right?
The working style has changed. Because like you said, the CNN report on Kun Yingluck, she was quite mentioning on the case that she was called stupid.
Right, by Kun Apisit. Well, he said that he didn't call her stupid. He just says stupid in general.
And it's not just stupid. They are now inside the parliament. They're shouting of the word servant and other vocabularies associated with animals, such as dogs and the water lizards.
Oh, so pretty much insults.
Not to mention physical violence.
That's true.
So I don't think now we are in a good atmosphere for consolidation.
So are you saying that we don't have any hope?
Not really. According to the Forbes itself, it says that everywhere has its own problem.
That's true.
Even in the US now, the country has hold in hostage because the lawmakers are now in a dispute over healthcare and
that's true.
Many cases.
It just depends on how we deal with it.
Yes.
And once again, like you said, we're a young democracy country. That means that we are moving forward toward the democracy and trying to voice our rights is one of those rights to have in the democratic system. All right, we have run out of time, unfortunately. Once again, it's always been a very interesting issue to discuss. But as for today, thank you, Jasper, for our lovely top and See Thai Superwear Quality the World Trust Wings Learning Circle customized English course for your business. And if you have any question or you would like to us to discuss with anything in particular, please email us at morningthailandshow@gmail.com, or you can always go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/morningthailand, and watch our playback on YouTube, youtube.com/morningthailand. As for today, I'm Golf.
Bo.
Shane
สวัสดีค่ะ